Hi, Šimun.
Hi, Tammy.
Nice to meet you.
And me. I'm so excited.
Is that right? That's very cool. Well, we met. You reached out to me on X, and I asked you if you wanted to come on my podcast, and you said yes. So here we are.
Yes, thanks.
Oh, my pleasure. So maybe you could start by telling my audience who you are, like what you've been doing, and what you plan to do in the future. Just kind of a broad understanding of where you're coming from.
Okay. My name is Šimun. I'm from Croatia. I have 28 years. I going, if God giving me, I got for Catholic priest. Is Catholic priest, Byzantine Catholics. I before 4 years survived. I almost died in earthquake. I sent photo about my home. I lose home in earthquake before 4 years ago. And my hobby is podcast. I want to make job. Is my podcast is not only my hobby. I like reading church fathers, theologian, Catholic fight, and I like geopolitics, politics, history, special history. But I have big problem with Hilit. I born with instabilities patelis. My knee is not stability. It's very easy dislocation. My patella dislocation all time is 80 times. 80 times, not 1880. And surgery say I need broken both legs. I need broken femur bone. This is very dangerous operation. This is not. This is very rare operation. My diagnosis is very rare. 7 people by 100,000. But I'm from 7 people. I'm the harder. This my diagnosis is high. It's very bad. I just walking or just stay, and my patella is dislocation. This is big problem making my life. And before 2 days ago, my father is going to the hospital. He have pneumonia.
Oh yeah, pneumonia.
Yes, 3 times in 6 months. He going in hospital 3 times in 6 months. And so big stress. And this is for me. About me.
Well, I think it's very interesting that you reach out to me and talk to me about this, because you know that I had cancer.
Yes.
And I was only eating meat. And so this type of cancer, which kills people in under a year, so 10 months is the amount of time they gave me to live. But the cancer didn't grow very fast because it grows on carbohydrates, not on protein. And I don't have any inflammation in my body because I only eat meat. And I only drink water. And it seems kind of radical to do something like that. And it's very limiting. It's limiting. But I think for your father too, for pneumonia, and for you, for your leg, for your knee, especially if you're going to have surgery, you want to get rid of as much of the inflammation, of the swelling as you can. Because then the surgeons can see what they're doing. And it's hard when there's lots of inflammation. And what I tell people mostly is the reason to go on this meat diet isn't for ourselves. It's not what we want. It's how effective we can be in the world, because we want to help people. And so the reason that we give up everything else except for one thing to eat is so that we can get up every day and be effective. And I think if you did this with your dad, with your father, to give each other strength for 1 month and see how much of the pain and how much of the trouble with your knee and how healthy his lungs would become. And so it's worthwhile, even as an experiment, even as, who knows if that will work, but are you willing to give it a try? And I really do think, myself, my husband, my daughter, her husband, we're all on this diet. Her husband was 325 pounds, depressed, anxious. All that went away when he went on this diet. He's now 200. He lost 125 pounds. And so I want you to just think about that as a possibility of trying this before your surgery. And also maybe for your father who's suffering so much with pneumonia. And he's had it twice, you said, 2 times. So
3 times
it's
in 6 months.
3 times. Yeah, that's not good, right? That's not good. It's not
Really?
good. Right? So really something else has to happen. And it might be interesting that you reached out to me, because I have this experience with this diet, and it stopped me from having arthritis. It helped to stop my cancer. I say thanks to God for stopping my cancer and healing me. But the meat diet was also instrumental in clearing the way for healing. So we have to do what we can, right?
Yes.
And this is something we can do.
I watching your doctor Mihaela how is healing from anxiety and depression in mid-date. I see.
Yes.
First time I hear for diet from your husband, Jordan.
Yes. Yes. Depression, anxiety, gastric reflux. So GERDs, they call it, gastric reflux, that went away. Psoriasis, he had some psoriasis. Dryness in his skin, that went away. What else went away? I had bicep tendonitis. I couldn't lift my arm. Now I can lift my arm. It's all gone. I had that since I was 17 years old. I couldn't lift my arm the summer before I went on this diet. No more than this. So inflammation has maybe more to do with our problems than we can imagine.
I have one topic for you and one question. Welcome to home. Welcome to Catholic Church, dear Tammy.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm so happy. In time I see you're Catholic. Eva Fladinger-Breck is back in Catholic Church. Rob Schneider, actor from Hollywood, he's Catholic. Candice Owens, she's back in Catholic Church.
Yes.
I'm so happy. I see Jim Caviezel, Mel Gibson, he's before Catholics. But I'm so happy. I see the people converting in Catholic Church. Do you want spoken about your story, how you back in Catholic Church?
Yes. Thank you very much. It was a very life-changing moment. And I think many people, when they suffer, they find humility and turn to God, right? And
yes.
That's what happened to me. I would say that when I was told I was going to die, I just accepted it in a stoic manner. But then when I went home to see my son and saw the grief in his eyes, I realized that he loved me as much as I loved him, and that it was worthwhile fighting for my life. And that the doctors, although they have opinions about what will happen, and they are scientific opinions, only God knows when we're going to die. And that gave me a lot of peace.
Story with rosary.
The rosary, yes. Do you pray the rosary?
Yes, sometimes, yes.
Yes, I pray it every day. It helps me to find my humility every morning. Because often I'll have something that I'm thinking about, and I can give that to God because I don't know. I have to do God's will, not my will. And every day I have to remind myself.
How you started pray rosary and how you started going to becoming Catholic Church?
It was when I was in the hospital. I was in the hospital, and my friend, I didn't know her very well, but she came to the hospital to give me a rosary. And I said that I knew the rosary, but I didn't know how to pray it. And she saw that as an invitation. And it was an invitation. It was an invitation for me to learn the rosary. And so she came every day for 5 weeks. So she came for 35 days every day. And she prayed the rosary with me every day. And I learned how to pray. And then I got out of the hospital and I went home, and a few months later she came to visit, and she found I was still praying the rosary. And she was inspired to continue our relationship, our new Catholic relationship, and to foster it. So she would come sometimes and we would go for a walk and we would pray the rosary together. And then I was thinking, well, of course, the rosary brought me closer to Jesus, which it does. And I thought I should go into the church, and I was deciding whether I should go into the Orthodox Church or the Catholic Church. And it seemed to me that there were signs, because Queenie had come to me, that I should go into the Catholic Church. And it wasn't long after that I found out that my grandmother had changed our religion, that she had been Catholic. And she changed our religion to Protestant. And so my Polish great-grandmother was Catholic. And so it made sense that I joined the Catholic Church. And so Queenie found me a priest who would follow me on my travels, because Jordan and I travel so much, speaking about the books that he has written. And he said that he would follow me online and teach me the catechism every week online for a year. So he did that. And then last Easter, I went to his church, the Holy Rosary Chapel in Toronto, Canada, and I was confirmed in the church.
So good.
And now I'm a baby Catholic.
I'm 38 years in Catholic.
And actually, are you going to study to become a priest?
Yes.
And have you started that already?
For next week.
Next week? Oh, wow.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thanks. But you say between Orthodox or Catholics. I'm going to Catholic Business Church. This is liturgia like Orthodox, but united with Rome, with Pope.
Right. So it's Greek. You're going into the Greek
Catholic
Church.
Catholic.
Yeah.
Greek Catholic.
And that's closer to Orthodoxy, is it?
No. This is Catholic. This is 100% Catholic. After Church Council in Firenze in the 15th century, one group Orthodox in Patriarch, bishops, and back in Catholic Church,
Mm-hmm.
and have Orthodox liturgy, but fight is Catholic, united is fight, have popes, have Marian's dogma, look like Orthodox, but is united Catholics, believe in Pope, in Catholics.
Yeah. So you have, yes, so you decided that it was better to be in the Catholic Church with the popes and with Mother Mary.
Yes, yes.
And have you prayed to Mother Mary for a long time?
Yes.
How long? All your life?
Yes. From my children, from my kids' day, yes. You say your grandmother from Poland. Poland, Croatia, yes. Slovenia and Slovakia is very Catholic country, Slavic Catholics.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Or other Slavic country is Orthodox, for is Catholics. Russia is Orthodox, Serbia is Orthodox, Bulgaria is Orthodox. Only Ukraine is big percent Orthodox, but Ukraine have high percent Greek Catholics.
Okay.
Byzantic Catholics.
So do you think there's more Greek Catholics than Orthodox in the Ukraine?
Yes, in Ukraine, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really quite central to the church, isn't it? And Poland as well. Yes. Very central to the Catholic faith.
Yes. Croatia in Central Europe. We are Central Europe. Mm-hmm. We are together with Hungary, Austria, Germany, Poland, West Ukraine. We are all Catholics. Czech Republic is very atheism, but history is Catholic. One part of Hungary is Protestants. One part in country Hungary, I think North Hungary, is Protestant. Calvinism, Presbyterianism.
Right. Yeah, Catholicism and communism.
Yes. My heritage from borderline Croatia and Herzegovina, this state, Bosnia and Herzegovina, in south Bosnia and Herzegovina living Croatians, Catholics. Mm-hmm. And 50% population of Bosnia and Herzegovina is Muslims.
Okay.
30% is Orthodox.
Mm-hmm. How long has there been a big Muslim population there?
Ottoman Empire.
Oh, yes, right. Mm-hmm.
Croatia defend Europe from Ottomans. In this place, stopped Mongolian invasion in Europe. Genghis Khan, in his place, he stopped Mongolian, he stopped Turks, Ottomans, stopped many big communism and destroyed this. Last battle in Second War in plain Croatia, between Croatia and Bosnia. Battle for Ojak.
So there was a war. So there was a war, and the war was between Croatia and.
This is Second War. This place have many army. Serbian Četniks army, Serbian regular army, Serbian partisans, Croatian Ustaše and Domobrani. His friends of Germany in Second War. This is Germans and Prince Eugen division. This is SS German division from Germans from living in Croatia, Serbia, and before Second War, 500,000 people in former Yugoslavia is Germans.
Right.
But communists after war killing many thousand Germans in Croatia, Serbia, and all Middle and East Europe. But Croatia have war with Serbian in 19 years before, 30 years ago, between 91 and 95. And Bosnia have war, and Slovenia have war in 1 week. In Slovenia, Croatia have 5 years, and Bosnia have 5 years, and Kosovo.
That's a lot of war.
Yes, yes, yes. And example, Croatia have 4 million people population. The place in time in war is, I think, 1.5 million.
And
And
why do you
this
think they were fighting? What were they fighting about?
territory.
Territory.
Uh,
Okay.
Serbia attack Croatia, Serbia attack Bosnia, Serbia attack Kosovo, and Serbia attack Slovenia. But Slovenia is not close Serbia, and Slovenia is very homogen. Slovenia is 95% Slovenians, not have many other people, but Croatia have before war, I think 15 or 20% Serbians. And an example, North Croatia not have war. We in North Croatia not have many Serbians. West Croatia not have wars, not have Serbians. Only part Croatia he in war is part in part Croatia which have high percent Serbian people. This is not homogen region in Croatia. Example Bosnia. Bosnia lose 100,000 people is died. 100,000, yes. Is big number.
Yeah,
Example.
a lot of loss.
Yes, but Bosnia have 3 million people, 3.5, and Croatia
That's a
lose
third.
in yes all. But problem with Bosnia is very not homogen. Bosnia is very 3 religion, 3 nation, and is so big conflict. In example in Bosnia, uh, uh, first Mujahedin in Europe and West country in battle in Bosnia in war before 30 years ago. This is Al Mujahedin division. He's from Osama bin Laden and Islamic terrorism. And first terrorism in Bosnia and Herzegovina in Europe. People not know this information, but it's fact.
Osama
Serbia,
bin Laden was there. Yes?
yes,
That's what you said?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Osama bin Laden visited Bosnia in time in war, and people with beard and look like Arabic, and
Right.
yes, yes. Many people from all Islamic country fight for Bosnians in Bosnia. And name is
Why would they do that?
Islam, United Islam. Islam is politic. Islam not only religion. Islam is politic.
Right. In what way are they political? What are they fighting for?
Islam.
Territory, I guess.
Yeah.
Territory,
Yeah.
do you think? Yeah? Wanting to cover more and more territory.
Territory, but Mujahedin division, Islamic division from Islam. Idea is Islam. Radical Islam believe that all world need make Islam. All world,
Right.
all country in world need accept Islam religion. This Islamic believe you. But and what happened in Bosnia and Herzegovina? Croatia war with Serbia, and Serbia killing many Muslims, Bosniaks. Do you hear for Srebrenica, the last genocide in Europe in past century? Srebrenica.
I didn't understand that.
Last genocide is Europe in past century. Is placed in Bosnia and Herzegovina, Srebrenica. And Serbians killing 8,000 Bosniaks in Muslims, Bosniaks, in 2 weeks, I think.
Oh wow!
And this in Hague, judgment in Hague, and you know all story.
Yes.
What is happened? Muslims with Croatians against Serbians, but one morning Muslims use weapons and kill Croatians. And Muslims started war with Croatians. And we have three sides: Croatians, Muslims, and Serbians in Bosnia. And example, Montenegro is very difficult situation. Montenegro, Kosovo is not peace. Is not peace.
Not even now?
Yes. Example, in Bosnia and East City in Croatia, in class, primary school, we have two class for Serbian and for Croatians. Not going in same class in school.
Right.
An example, in Bosnia and Herzegovina, teaching two different history about Serbian history, Croatians and Muslims history. Totally different, totally unlogical. Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Why do you think that's happening?
History.
Why are they teaching two different histories?
Muslims teaching from Muslim sides. Catholic, Croatians teaching from Catholic sides. Serbians teaching from Serbian side.
I see.
All is right. Nobody is wrong.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, when you're living your life, it's with self-will and not letting God in, then you think you're right.
Yes. Croatia, Serbia, and this area is very famous for war. First World War is starting in Sarajevo. First war. Attempt in Sarajevo. Austrian king lose life from. And we have 100 years, every 20 years average, we have war.
And what do you think has to happen to stop these wars? Do you have any ideas? Not. No? That's probably realistic.
Yes. I don't know how you know about this region in world. Example, Hungarian country. Hungarian. Hungarian language totally different from all Europe language. Every similar is Finland. Example, Albanian language is totally different from all Europe language. Albanian language. Greece language total different of all Europe language. Turkey, Ottoman language is totally different from Europe language. And we have Slavs language, Croatian, Serbia, Slovakia, and Italians is neighbors. Italians is Romanian language. It's so multicultural, very multicultural part of world. Multicultural, many cultural living in this.
Yes, multicultural. Yes, that's for sure.
Yeah. They before Sweden don't have war, or Norway or the Netherlands. Not multicultural. Multicultural is best recipe for war. Yes, I know history, but I see in West Europe country like Denmark, Germany, Brittany, Tommy Robinson in a podcast, in hosting your husband. They is not safe West Europe country in this moment for multiculturalism. In which region in this moment in Ukraine war? In West Ukraine not have Russians. Only in Spard have many Russians. In East Ukraine. East Ukraine is
right.
I don't know, 60% is Russians. Multiculturalism is best way for war. Best way.
Yeah, right.
Historical in Balkan, Ukraine, Middle East, in Western Europe, maybe United States, Canada, maybe for 20 years. But example, in United States, before 40 years ago, 86% people is white. In this moment, is 56% is white.
It's going to, that's right. And so this will bring, it'll bring misunderstandings. Yes.
Yes.
Different cultures bring different cultures together. It'll bring misunderstandings.
Example, Japan is very homogen. Not trouble in
Yeah.
Japan. Yes.
Right.
I have a question. You have so great podcast. I'm watching your podcast.
Oh, thank you.
Especially
What do you
with
think?
Jonathan. It's great.
Jonathan,
It's great. His topic
Jonathan
is great.
Pageau?
Yes,
He's great. Yeah.
About Bible typology. Great is about feminism podcast. Great is Eva Fladinger-Brook. With him, I meet she in Zagreb. Lawrence Southern is great. I follow many years ago Lawrence Southern is great podcast. And many others is great podcast. Girls Gone Bible, I last watching.
Oh, thank you. I met Lauren Southern when Jordan was giving his outdoor speech at the university, right at the beginning of when he had to defend himself against the Bill C-16. And I met Lauren Southern that day. She came to film it for Rebel News. She was working for Rebel News then. And yeah, she's a brave woman.
I follow you in Instagram and in YouTube and X and other.
I think we have to speak about everything. That's what I think. We have to speak about everything. And that's why I wanted to interview Tommy Robinson. It was my fault. It was my fault that Jordan spoke to him. I was going to interview him, and Jordan was not ready. But by the time came, he said yes, he would do it, which was good because it gave him much more, many more people to watch. But it was my fault. It wasn't his fault. I can see when men are good. I can see that, you know. I had a good father, so I think I can see men who are aiming up, who are good. And then I think they should be able, well, I need to support them. And, you know, feminism hasn't supported men. That's not been a positive movement for men. It's been a very negative movement for men. And, we have a lot on our heart to answer for. Women have a lot. We need to support men because men support us. Right? So why does a man go out and do difficult work? Because he has a wife and a baby at home that gives him the courage to go out and do work. And we have forgotten all of that. Unbelievably, we've forgotten all of that.
What do you think about gender ideology?
About what?
Gender ideology. About genderism.
Oh, the gender ideology, you know? It's complicated. There's no doubt about it. It's a dark, evil movement for sure. I don't see anything redeeming about it at all. And I think the people who are involved in it we'll let God decide what to do there. But it's very complicated, and it might have something to do with environmental. It might have something to do with the cleanliness of the water and the food that people are eating. It might make people foggy, but I don't know why it went to sex. But you know, it's written in the Bible that when we stray, that's where we go. So people have left the church, you know, they've left the church and we thought we could do it on our own. And this is where it ends up. So I think we're at the end of an experiment in feminism. Everything's coming together. We're at the end of this experiment that was feminism. We're at the end of this experiment that was secularism, atheism. We're at the end of that experiment. And we're seeing, that's why it's called the end of times, because we're seeing the culmination of the decisions that we made. And now we're seeing the fruit of it. And it's very dark. It's very dark, and we have a lot to. We're going to suffer even more, I think. So the sooner we can get back to the church, the better.
How is strong gender moving and gender ideology in Canada, in United States?
Oh, well, it's in the schools for young children. They're teaching that, the idea of choosing your own pronoun, and they have this demented unicorn of many colors, so that children will be open to paying attention to this and accepting that we have our own, that we can choose anything, that nothing is sacred. But that is totally wrong, because you have to name an ideal. You have to name an ideal, as Jonathan says, and the ideal's at the center, and then there's a fringe around it. And the fringe around it takes into consideration how all of us fail to reach the ideal, but that doesn't mean you give up the ideal. And so the ideal is heterosexuality between a man and a woman with children. That's the ideal. And everybody misses the point to some extent, but you always strive to be the best that you can in that respect. But you have to have some tolerance for everyone, because we're all sinners, right? So you have to have tolerance for that. But I believe that, and then there's also, in this gender problem, and it's a problem. There's all of those older men who are dressing as women, and some of them are going to children's schools. This is all very dark and very wrong. And I don't know why we are so weak not to be able to stand up and say, stop. This is wrong. Just stop. I mean, women are supposed to protect children. What are the women doing if they're not protecting the children?
I see in Canada is official have 40 gender, not only men and women.
It's 40
gender.
now, is it? Yeah, well, that's what Jordan said would happen. It would just continue to be more and more and more, because you can't go down. You can keep going down into hell forever. So there's no end to it. It can just be more and more and more complicated and confused. It's brutal.
I know the United States, in name Bible Belt region in United States, around Texas, Florida, Kentucky, is very people conservative. But in coast, both sides is very liberals. Is true or not true?
Yeah. So where we are, it's quite, it's very conservative. And so that would be in Middle America. Yeah, in Middle America, it's very conservative. And as you get out to the oceans, and I imagine there's more multiculturalism at the borders, right? So there's more confusion, because the cultures are, they're mixing, and then it waters it down, waters down the values of the people.
Example for white people in United States, calling is Caucasian, for white Caucasian. But
Yes,
Caucasian is region in Europe, in Middle Europe and Asian. Caucasian is Armenia, Georgia, Chechnya, in Russia. This is Caucasian. I'm not Caucasian. This is region, like other regions in the world.
Yeah, so you'd say that you would compare those two as being similar.
Yes, and people in United States, I see United States, I don't know how is Canada or Australia, all time press people for racism. All is racism. What is the situation with racism in the United States? And why guilty?
Well, racism was taken care of really when we fought against the slave trade, and then allowed and encouraged people to have equal rights. But the universities, coming from the universities, this idea of inequality again. And now, university kids are just taught about activism and how to find what they can fight for, instead of learning history and science and literature and religion. They're learning how to be activists, and they want to know what their rights are instead of their responsibilities. And the communism that's come out of the universities has spread through not just the common man, but it's gone into our businesses and into our judiciary. So even the courts in Canada have been lost. They're really lost, and they're not judging on precedent. So it's difficult for a lawyer to bring up past cases. What's that?
Justin Trudeau.
Justin Trudeau.
Yes.
Yeah, he's very low in the polls. People don't like him anymore, thank goodness. And we do have a chance to have a new leader who's conservative, who's I've met him and his wife, and they're good people as far as I can tell. We ate with them, and he wanted to wash his own dishes and to get his own glass of water. He's not an arrogant man. And I liked his wife too. She's passionate about finding out about the depravity in the country, the child trafficking problems, and she wants to bring that all into the public eye and face the problems. And I think that they're very good people, and they're ready for a fight. So good for them.
I see before 3 years ago, I think in Corona time, I see a tracker protester. Tracker protest.
Yes, and that. Yes, and then they had them in Netherlands, and they're having the farming convoy in France, and so it's been inspirational. But Justin Trudeau did not respond properly. He tried to he shut them down. He put them in jail. We have people in Alberta who have been in jail for 3 years for being part of the convoy, even though they weren't doing anything that they've been able to find that was worth that amount of time in jail. And it's cost them a lot of money. So, and it's Justin Trudeau is he's in this for himself. He's not there for the people.
In time of pandemic time, the most difficult country for restriction is Australia and Canada.
Yes, yeah, Australia and Canada, yeah, and Britain too was pretty. Yeah, Britain was pretty locked down as well.
An example in Bosnia and Herzegovina, people not like each other, Muslims, Christians, Serbians, Croatians, but not have masks, not have rules about Corona. Nothing.
So you didn't, no masks?
Yes.
Did you have to take Bosnia, injections?
Yes. In Bosnia and Herzegovina, only 30% is vaccinated. 30%.
Yeah. Well, 30%. You guys know what trouble is, right? You saw what trouble. We didn't know. The people here have never had any trouble. They didn't know to say, to put their hand up. They didn't know.
Example, in Croatia, 40% people unvaccinated.
Oh, yeah.
40%. Bulgaria, 55. 65. Slovakia, 60% unvaccinated.
That's still brutal, though. You know, it's still brutal that any of us said yes to that, and that, because it was a terrible mistake. But maybe it was the learning, maybe the lesson we learned there will be valuable. I think so.
I follow words from science Robert Malone.
Yeah.
I watching him. He's very great.
He's good. He's not mainline. He's not mainline doctor, right? He would be called radical, but he speaks the truth.
Yes, I agree with you. Hey, I have a question. What do you think about Orthodox Church?
Of the Orthodox Church? I like the Orthodox Church. I like I like that they sing everything. I think singing is good. It's beautiful. And I think God likes beauty. When we bring beauty then we can bring, we become closer to God. And I think singing is beautiful. So I like the Orthodox Church, that they sing their liturgy. I think anything that's based on Scripture, the Catholic Church is based on Scripture, the Orthodox Church is based on Scripture. So I have good feelings about both of those traditions. I still have so much to learn. So we'll see how things play out over time.
Actually exist two Orthodox Church. Exist Russian, Serbia, Greeks, and Georgia, and exist Armenian, Coptic, Ethiopian in Ethiopia Orthodox Church.
Wow.
This is church before Chalcedon Church. This is not United Orthodox Church. This is different, two different Orthodox Church. Chalcedon, before Chalcedon Church. I don't English, but sorry, what do you think about abortion?
About abortion?
Yes.
Well, I think that abortion is part of the same problem of short-term gain for hedonistic and self-serving needs. Like, so it's not a generous idea. It's not a grateful idea. It's not thankful. It's an action out of for self gratification. So it's not good.
What do you think about mass immigration?
Mass immigration. Well, you know, I was listening to the Hungarian. They have a new policy for immigration where they have built a complex of buildings for people coming in to make sure that they're ready to be in Hungary and to work and to abide by the rules of the country and the values of the country. And then they have another complex of buildings for people that they are sending out. And so they're putting them somewhere that they can be safe before they send them back to their country. But they're also seeing where the immigrants come from. And so then they're looking to those countries to see what they can do to improve the conditions in their own countries so they can stay in their countries. And I think that makes sense to me. What do you think?
I support Orban.
Yeah.
Orban is good friend Hungary, and Orban is good friend from Croatia.
Yeah.
In wartime, Orban sent weapons in Croatia.
Oh, but, I see.
Yes, we Croatia and Hungary around 1,000 years. We have one kingdom, Austro-Hungarian kingdom.
Right.
We have long history together. The most common surname, like Smith in England of Canada, Smith, I don't know, Thomas.
Yeah.
In Hungary, the most common is Horvat. Horvat meaning people from Croatia. We say for Croatia, we say Hrvatska or Horvatska. Hrvatska we say for Croatia. And Horvat surname is man from Croatia. The most common name in Hungary is Croatians. We have long history together.
I see. Yeah, well, you're fortunate to have a good leader like that.
Yes, example, Eva Fladingebrek, she's not so happy for mass immigration politics. Yes.
No.
And people in Germany not happy, in Denmark, Sweden. Croatia is 92% in Croatians in Croatia.
92%?
Yes. 99% is white.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
First time I see in real life, this is not racism, this is fact, who is not white with 17 years. I not see before people from Africa or Asia. Example from my place, I know only people from Croatia or Serbia, Kosovo, Albania, but not people from other continents. Or very rare.
How big is Croatia? How many miles across is it?
56,000 kilometers. It's very small. Yes, yeah. 56,000 kilometers. Yes.
Yeah, because Canada is very big. Huh? It's very big. And I remember when I was a child, we had East Indian principal of our school was from India. And I was in a very remote place in northern Alberta, which still takes forever to get to because it's so far away from any other city. Yet we had a beekeeping course at our little college, and people used to come from, I think it was Kenya, but it might have been the Congo, to learn beekeeping when I was a child. So we would see people from Africa and India. And in Canada, there's a Chinese restaurant in every town. And so there's one Chinese family in every town in the prairies, where it was mostly German, Russian, Polish, Ukrainian. Then there would be also a Chinese family and maybe somebody from India or Africa. So there was a little bit of multiculturalism, but very low. Now it's much more.
Yeah, I know. I see all level society. I see in football team, sports team. I see college. I see picture from school. I see picture from streets.
Yeah.
Best evidence for multiculturalism is Brazil. Brazil is the most multiculturalism country in the world.
Yeah.
Brazil have a white, have Indians, have mixed Indians and whites, mixed blacks and whites, mixed mullahs and all countries is, and country is very bad situation, high percent criminals, favela, nothing good from Brazil.
No, they're having a big trouble there.
Yes, which famous product from Brazil? Not car, not IT industry, not auto industry, but Brazil is big. Brazil have 220 millions population.
And what is the biggest, what do we have from Brazil? I don't know. The culture, I guess, maybe the South American culture, bright colors that we would put together. So patterns, fabric, I think we would get from there, and sculpture. So some very old sculptures and fabrics from Brazil. I don't know what else we would have from there. Besides communism.
I have a question. Do you hear for Lourdes and Fatima?
I've heard of this, yes. I haven't been there. We went to Mexico, though, to the Lady of Guadalupe. Yeah. That was wonderful. I could feel, when I walked into the church, I could feel the compassion in the church when I walked in. Yeah. It's something.
We have a lady from Medjugorje. This is place in Herzegovina, in Bosnia and Herzegovina, and many people visit in Medjugorje. Example, Messi, Ronaldo visited Medjugorje. Very famous people. And every year, in 8 months, Mladifest in Medjugorje. Mladifest is young fest young people from all in world work in Medjugorje. Every year, 60,000 people in visit, young people, in 1 week in Medjugorje.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
This is every year, 60,000 people visit Medjugorje from all in world. Germany, Gabon, Netherlands, Santa Lucia, United States, Canada, Ukraine, all in world. United and pray and fight.
Pray and fight.
Yes, this is gift for you. This is rosary from Medjugorje.
Oh, that's, yeah. What's it made out of?
What?
What kind of beads are those? Are they made of stone or are they made of wood? What are they made from?
I don't know.
Oh, ceramic, maybe.
I think stone, rock.
Oh, stone? Oh, yeah. It's pretty color.
I'm so happy.
So you need to try this carnivore diet. You need to try it. And the way to do it is to try eating meat and a little bit of greens and a little bit of berries for a couple of weeks so that you don't have too much trouble in your system. And then after a couple of weeks, you give up the berries and the greens and then just eat meat and water for a month and see what happens. See what happens. See what happens for your father and see what happens with your knee. I'm curious to know because you want to be effective and you want your father to stay around for you. It's important. It's not about what he wants to eat. It's about how good he can be for the people who love him.
Thanks.
That's what it's about. Yeah?
And I have last question for you.
Okay.
What is favorite Bible verses and this is favorite books? All books.
Favorite books?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've been reading this book Let's see. I know the name of it, but I can't think of it, of course. But I'll tell you. I've been reading The Fulfillment of All Desire. The Fulfillment of All Desire by Ralph Martin. A guidebook to God. So that's a good one. Let's see, what else have I thought that was good? I read a lot of different books. And I just read them and then I go on to the next one. Ooh, I've been reading about saints as well. So I've been reading The Story of a Soul by Teresa of Lisieux. I need to know about all the saints. So I like to read those too. I'm just trying to educate myself. I'm reading about feminism to try to understand what went wrong, the history of feminism. I'm trying to organize a seminar for women to discuss a better way, to admit that feminism was a failure, to take from it what was useful, but to move on and to start again from the Bible and move forward. So that's what I'm doing. I don't really have favorite books. You'd think that I might, but I don't.
What do you think about working Matt Walsh?
Working what?
Matt Walsh. He's Catholic.
I think that he just put out, did you see his new film?
Yes, I'm racist, yes.
Yeah. I think that he's funny because he tries in creative ways to fight back against this gender ideology and whatever else is coming up. He's brave and he's creative and he uses a sense of humor. And those are all good, I think. I think we have to, it's best if we do it that way. It causes less friction. So he does cause friction, but he does it in a creative manner. And I appreciate that about him. What do you think of what he's done?
I watching movie Matt Walsh, What is Woman? And it's so funny.
He's got a new one out. He's got a new one.
I see.
He becomes a DEI expert. And so he goes into schools and shows us what they're like. It's also it's funny and effective. It's effective. It's funny because the people who watch it gets voted 99%, but nobody will none of the critics will look at it and review it. Nobody's reviewing this book. And what's it called? Matt Walsh's new film. Do you know what it's called?
I'm racist.
I've watched it. Let's see if I can find what it's, because it's, let's see, Wikipedia. They probably don't even have it in here yet, but it's a very good illustration of what's going on in our schools. Filmography, there, maybe it is. He's so funny. What is a woman? Oh yeah, Am I Racist? That's what it's called. Yes. Have you seen that? I've seen it.
Yeah. I see short video. I'm not watching whole movie.
Yeah, he grew his hair and put it in a ponytail so that he could, and wore liberal clothing, so he looked like a liberal with a suit jacket, and He was very funny. Little glasses.
This association me in movie Sacha Baron Cohen, Borat movie.
What's
Do you
that?
hear for Borat? Borat movie Borat.
Not very much anymore. Have
Not
you?
matter.
Is he still working?
No matter.
No, I haven't heard from him in a long time. But he was also very funny.
Yes, it's very, very fine, yes.
Anyway, I should probably go, but I wonder if there's anything, last thing you'd like to say or ask.
Thanks, dear Tammy, for accepting my invite for my podcast. Thanks.
My pleasure.
God bless
my pleasure.
you.
And God bless you.
And we are staying in contact. And God bless you. And your final message for my watchers, for my public.
Let's see. I think try to have your day start with gratitude and forgiveness, and try to clear your mind so that you can see what is in front of you and take the next right step, because that's what God wants us to do. He wants us to be taking action, but only action that is directed by what is in front of us, not what we think is the right thing to do, because we have to be very careful of that.
Thanks. And thanks for hosting my podcast.
Thank you.
And God bless you.
And if we're ever in your part of the country, we should see one another. Yes?
Yes. If I go in America, I'm calling you.
Okay. That sounds like a plan. Okay.
Or you visit Hungary, Romania is very close.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
yeah. Well, we're going to be in Europe. We'll be in Europe in the next year or so.
And I have a message for Jordan. Go to the Catholic Church and accept the Catholic faith and eating Holy Eucharistic in Holy Mass.
And okay, so say it again so I get it right. So it's about the church.
Yes, accept the Catholic Church and eating the Holy Mass, Eucharistic, Holy Eucharistic, body of Christ.
He went to Mass with me this morning.
Nice.
Yeah.
So good.
So that's a start.
God bless you.
God bless.